Welcome to another episode of Inspirational Chats, a platform where we interact with young leaders who have made an impact in the life of others to tell us how they began their journey, how far it has been with them, and how far they want to go. My guest today is one eloquent and beautiful young lady who writes for popular entertainment website or blog called Ameyaw Debrah. She's here with me and we are going to discuss about how life has been with her.
I know I'm good.
It's been a long time.
Tell me about it. A very long time.
Very, very long time. It's like
Life is good. I'm doing what I love at a place that appreciates my talent and supports me. So I'm in a good space. Life is treating me well. The new year just started. We have plans, and we hope that things will work through for us.
since it has been a new year, what have you been up to?
Remember from moving one event to the other. So I actually thought I'll take about a week or two to rest, but that didn't happen. I had to jump right into work. So we're just taking things slow, doing the regular, looking for content and stories to write, and then just resting when necessary.
Okay, now before we start the interview or the conversation, tell us about a little bit of yourself. Let's my viewers know who you are.
All right. I don't think people mostly know my face, even though I'm on TV, but there's out of six. Went to Dogana Senior High School, went to GIJ, worked with Ameyaw Debrah Media and host on Ameyaw TV and write on AmeyawDebrah.com. Had a little stint at the Multimedia Group Limited when I interned in their joint news office, where I picked up some necessary skills. And then I've just been passionate about entertainment writing, entertainment presentation, entertainment content creation. So basically that's me, guys. Basically.
Okay, let me ask you this. You are entertainment writer. Yes, Ameyaw Debrah. Tell us more about how you got your job at Ameyaw Debrah.
Oh, that's actually exciting. So, like I said, I did a little stint with Multimedia Limited when I interned in Joy News. So I think it was in November or September, one of them in 2018 when I saw a notification.
How many years?
So I think it was in 2018. Yes, it is in 2018 November when I saw Ameyaw put out a notice that he's creating Ameyaw TV and he's looking for people to work with. So people should send in audition videos. Like I said, entertainment and those kind of things has been my passion since I could talk. So I excitedly took someone's phone, sat in some corner of the person's house and just recorded. It was like a 30 seconds video, just hi guys, my name is JQ, welcome to Ameyaw TV, and I just sent in my video. So there are a lot of people, there are a lot of entries, I think about 200 and over. So he sorted them out to when people had to vote, and people voted. And even though I didn't get quite a lot of votes, because I at that time I didn't know a lot of people who were into social media much would even know how to vote for me. So I was really not thinking I was going to make it, because anytime I go and check the voting results, I was like either bottom five or something. So I completely took my mind off it. I was like, oh, there's no way I'm going to get to do this Ameyaw thing. But then at the end of the voting, even though I was below the top five, he added me to the cast.
Are you sure that you'll be able to like Ameyaw Debrah will be able to?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was not sure because it was a voting thing and I had low votes.
Okay.
So because I was not in the top five, I had no expectation that I would get it, because I mean it's votes and I'm not getting votes. So I had no expectation. So I literally forgot about it. I said, well, I did my best and that is it. Until I think a week after the voting ended, then he announced the people he had selected, and I was the last announcement. And I was surprised because I didn't get votes. So I was really excited, and I was like, oh, why did he pick me? And then when we got to work and I asked him, he was like, even though I didn't get votes, he could sense talent and he could see that I was passionate about what I wanted to do. So that was what made him add me to the team. And I've been a part of the team since. There will be 4 years in February since we officially start. So I've been working with him for the past 4 years. It's been good.
Are you happy to work with him?
I love working with Ameyaw Debrah. It's so much fun
It's
working.
fun.
It's so much fun working with Ameyaw Debrah Media and Ameyaw Debrah himself because he's a very cool human being. I mean, I always say that no matter the lifetime I'm in, if I should meet him anywhere, I owe him my life. I mean, it's that big of a deal. He's so kind, he's so generous, he's so understanding. I mean, our work feels more like we are having fun at home than we are working in an office. That should tell you how good working with him is. He always passes up opportunities to us. He always makes us go for trainings, things that he would be invited. He just pass it us along to us to go and experience and learn. And I think it's a great thing about him being a boss. So I would definitely, unless a bigger opportunity comes, which I even feel even have to make a decision that will be difficult for me because I'll be so indebted to him. I feel so indebted to him that it'll be difficult to leave him. But he's always open. He's like, oh, if you want to go and explore other opportunities, I'm here to support you 100. So I love him. I love working with him.
Before getting Ameyaw Debrah's job, what work were you doing?
Oh yes, I was an intern at Joy News.
Joy News.
Yes, I joined Joy News, the newsroom. I think ending of January
Before
2020.
joining us?
Before Joy News, I was a people's teacher. I did how do you call it? After school classes.
Okay.
After senior high school, I graduated senior high school. And then the Friday I wrote my last paper. The Monday I had to start teaching. I had to start people teaching because I knew that where I was coming from, there was no support. I literally had to struggle to even go through high school. So it was something that was on my mind. As soon as I had to write exam, I started asking people for jobs in my church, in my area. So there was a woman in my church that had a school, and then I told her that I wanted to work with her, and she agreed. So right after I wrote my last paper on Friday, the Monday I was in the classroom doing teaching, just menial teaching job. So I did that for 4 years. I would say I stopped that school and joined another school. So I was doing that. So I had contact with some students in some of the classes, and then we had built a relationship. So even when I stopped the full-time teaching, I was teaching them in their house after school. So that was what I was doing. And then I was going to a media school in Dansuman called Creative Land just to get some media training or whatever. Because I was still raising funds for, higher education, which was GIJ at the time. So I had to do something short. So after I did that media course, I had to do my internship. And then I was grateful to have gotten an internship offer. And then Joy Newsroom came as a blessing. So I went with Joy News from January ending to I think September or October ending of 2018.
Now let's get deep into your life. How was life like when you were with parents?
Uh,
Are you the type mama bar, dada bar, and those like life was tough for you?
Life got tough and tougher, but in the initial beginning, it was fun because I was raised by my mom as a single mom, in a sense, as a single mom from the age of whenever I was born to like 6 years, if my memory serves me right. And then at 6, we moved to be with my dad. And then we were together for 4 years, and then my mom passed away. So in those earlier 6 years, or let's say that in those 10 years, it was fun. Life was fun. I was your typical mama bar. Our day would come, I'll take, crates to school, serve every teacher. My mom was that parent that would make the teachers feel good, give everybody money. So I remember my classmates would be like, hey, you the only you, our day. You'll be giving the teachers everything, and then the teachers would like you and they don't like us. So during those 10 years with my mom, it was fun. Life was sweet. I didn't have anything to worry about. They got me everything. And then when she passed, life started kicking my ass. It was left, right, center, back and front. It was difficult. I remember having to move from one mother friend to another mother friend because my dad was sick at the time. So I had to stay with a lot of my mom's friends so that they could take care of me during those times when my dad was not well. So I live with this person, then I move and live with this person, then I move and live with this person. I think the last movement I did was when I had felt sick, and then my parents felt the only way that I could be healed was to send me to a prophetess. So I had to go and live with a prophetess, and I think I lived with them for about 3 years. And then the initial stage was, oh, they are healing me. And then I ended up being like their house help
They
in the
were
house.
healing you.
Yeah, in
Like
their head. Because
in the
I was not
okay.
well. So in their
Oh,
head, they are healing me.
how they pray for you. They
It was
were praying.
it was hell. It was an Awoyo church. It was an Awoyo prophetess at 3 a.m.
Do you attend their church?
No, I don't. I mean, at that time I
So
was young.
anytime they are going to church, you don't follow them.
No. I'll go with them because I was in their house and the
Okay.
church is in their house.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I go with them. But
Okay.
prior to that, I didn't know them.
Mm.
I didn't know the church. I had never been to the church. But my parents, if I should say that, my dad, because I was not feeling well, thought it was a spiritual thing and needed a spiritual deliverance. So he took me to that Oyo woman to spiritually heal me. And according to that Oyo woman, I had to stay in the house so that they do their Oyo healing process. And then during that time, I ended up living with them longer than I expected because according to them, they were healing me. And it was hell because it's an Awego church. I'm telling you, she wake up at 3 a.m. and she'd say her spirit has been aroused.
Mm.
So we have to go into the temple and sing and clap. They would use Bible to hit you several times because they are trying to kick out a demon in you. They'll put there's this thing they called flow that was like alcohol. They'll put it in their mouth and spit it in your eyes and your nose. Oh, it sounds terrible now that it's not like a movie now that I'm even talking about it, but those times where I mean, it was a terrible time. I went through so much that I wouldn't want to go. I remember, I think one of the most painful memories I have from living with the prophetess whilst growing up was there was a time she said they needed to do a sacrifice on my behalf, some spirituality, spiritual realm, something. So my dad should get a goat, and then they were going to exchange my soul with the goat.
So they got a good.
My dad got the goat, they brought the goat to the house. So I think my dad brought the goat on a Monday and they were going to do the spiritual thingy on a Saturday. And then by Wednesday, the goat had gotten missing. And then I was
How
told,
did they got missing?
I have no idea, Ima, because I went to school. So when I came, they said the goat is missing. So I should go and find the goat. And when I find the goat, I should carry the goat on my back.
Okay.
So they gave me a cloth. So we went with some other boys in the neighborhood. We found the goat and they put the goat on my back. I am not making this up. This is not a movie. This is real life. This
Real life
happened.
story.
This happened. They put the goat on my back and then I tied it with a cloth and then I carried it home to the prophetess house. And then one way or the other, I never saw them do the sacrifice, but then they claimed they had done it. How I even broke away from that environment is even more, insane. So there was a man in the because it's like a church home. They had a lot of people that were living there, people that had all come to receive healing in a way or sense. And then there was a man in there who was interested in me, who had been after me. And then one time they had gone for church convention, Easter convention. But I didn't go because I was preparing to write BEC at the time. So I think it was a week for them to come back and I was told to clean the bathroom of one of the rooms. So as I was cleaning the bathroom, this man comes in and then he jumps on me. He tries to have his way with me. And then one way or the other, I struggled with him. I found a spray, a perfume spray, and then sprayed it into his eyes. And then I got to break away and I ran. I literally ran without my slippers. I ran from the house without my slippers to my grandma's house because it was about if you're taking a car, it was like 5 minutes away. But I didn't have money there, so I ran to the bus stop and then I took a car. And then when I got to my grandma's place, I got them money. And I told them that I won't go back there because this was what had happened. And they thought I was lying. They thought I was just being a naughty girl. So they took me back to the house and then the prophetess just apologized. She said, I know the person who did this, the person is capable of doing this. I don't want any more situation. Whatever you brought her here for, I feel it has been accomplished, so she doesn't have to return. And then that was how I broke away from that environment and went to live with my grandma to start high school.
You're so pure.
Yes, that journey starts from when I lived with my grandma. So my grandma, yes, my grandma used to sell banku. You know the government that sell
Yeah.
food in the evening.
Yeah.
So she sold banku with cocoa stew and palm nut soup. So in the mornings, before I go to high school, which was in Udogono, which I struggled to even get because there was no money to literally get me into senior high school. I think we started admissions, and I was a smart kid. I am a smart kid, by the way, guys. I am a smart
You
kid.
shark, shark.
But they had started admissions, and then I was still in the house. So there was one time I had to cry so much that my uncle felt uncomfortable and went to take a loan from someone to give to my father so that he would take me to school. And then the day that we went to Dogono to start my admission process, they had ended admission process because the list had been out, people had been doing the admission, and it was the day they were actually arriving. That was when I was rather coming to start admission. So the secretary said, no, we are done with admissions, we are not admitting this girl. So then I started crying. The headmistress of the school headed. She said, what is happening? She called us to her office. We narrated my whole usual, long life struggles. And then she was like, okay, I understand. You just admitted, and then they admitted me. So then I was living with my grandma in the morning. I'll do a tenkwine and the palm nuts, I'll pound it, I'll
And you're a
extract
good
it.
cook too.
I
You cook a
know.
lot.
I know. I can learn. I learned it. I learned it from a very early age. So I'll do the palm nuts.
But
I'll
what
grind
is
it.
your favorite?
My favorite food? Right now, I don't think I have a favorite food because lately I've been trying a lot of different delicacies.
Okay. The foreign ones.
Italian, and
Yes,
Asian.
eating noodles and
I've been trying a lot. I'll just say Asian food currently is my favorite. Their sauces and things. I'm tired of the usual banquet rice. It gets boring.
yes, boring.
Right. So yeah, back to my garment stuff. So I'll do that in the morning. I'll pound the nuts and extract it and put it down. I'll go to school. When I come back, I have to help her go to the roadside to set up, ready to sell. So it was just something that I thought of. I could sell pure water whilst we are selling the food because people drink water whilst they are eating. So I did that, and then I was selling the water, and then on weekends I'll put the ice chest in front of the road by the roadside, and then I'll sell to people that are passing by. So it was something I did to get extra money just for upkeep and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, now you're now at GIG, right?
Yes, I am a
GIG
GIG.
studying.
Public relations.
Public
I have a
relations.
diploma in communications, and now I'm pursuing public relations, which I hopefully will graduate this year because it's been long.
In school, what name did they used to call you?
Oh, people call me a lot of different names. Some people call me Blackjack.
Yeah, Blackjack. GIG.
Yes, Blackjack. People call me Blackjack. Others call me JQ. So whichever one they call me.
Which one do you want?
I usually say my name as Blackjack on people's phone. So
Ooh. Okay, what makes you happy?
myself. Yeah, I think I make myself happy. I have a mind that is very creative and fun. I can sit in my room for a week, but you would see me so happy just by being in my own space. So I would just say myself, yes, I like to go out, I like eating, all of those things are fun. But I feel that people that do those things, but they still don't get fun out of it, they don't enjoy it. But in my mind, I'm going to have fun, and then when I go, I have fun. So my mind makes me happy a lot.
Do you believe women are given enough opportunities to climb to the top?
Do I believe women like them? I'll say in these times it has changed. This we are lucky to be in this generation that believes in feminism, that believes in women empowerment.
Do you believe in feminism?
I do, I do. I feel women need to be, put out there because for a very long time,
Are you one?
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a advocate, but within me, I believe that we should give women opportunities, and feminism supports that, so I support it. But I'm not a staunch advocate of it. I just support it in a way and how. But like I said, this generation is lucky to have people changing their mind, people believing women can do it and giving women opportunities. I remember very recently in DIJ there was a competition, a practical competition for a course, and then we had to tender in applications. We wanted to be the CEOs of the, stimulated companies we are creating. And then I offered to do it, and then the class said, "Okay, sure, why not? If she has the passion and she wants to do it, she can go for it." But I feel if it was years ago, they'll say no. CEOs are always men, so let's make sure a man gets it. But then they agreed, gave me the opportunity, supported me, and we did well. So yeah, I believe we should push women and their
If you are
opportunities.
if you are given the opportunity to have a lunch with someone with a personality, a profound person, how who would that be?
That's a deep one. I don't think I've thought much into that, but I think someone I would want to have a lunch with is Chimamanda. Yeah,
Chimamanda
the actor. I feel she's so
from Nigeria.
from Nigeria. She's so intellectual. She's so eloquent. Like I feel she's just seen the world. She knows the world. So I like to talk to her and know how she got to be who she is. Because I'm the type that was all about entertainment and let's take life on a lighter note. I'm not into reading books all the time. I read, but I'm not into reading books all the time. But I feel she has a different life passion and a different life goal that is so different from mine that I want to know how it began for her and how I can draw inspirations out of it and how I can learn from her and be like what she is. Yeah, I think that's what I'm because she's a powerful woman.
But in Ghana,
In Ghana. Who will I say? Who will I say? I'll probably say Antoine Mensah.
Antoine.
Yes. Antoine Mensah is a man that has changed my life. I've told him in brief in
Have you
brief
ever
sense.
worked with him?
No, I've not worked with him, but his voice on the radio pushed my passion for entertainment. I used to listen to him every single day religiously when I was a pupil teacher. When it was his daily dose of him, I'll listen to him and say, I will do this. I will follow my passion. I'll be on TV. I'll do entertainment. I'll do it just like he does it. And for a very long time, he gave me that motivation. So I would want to, sit him down and thank him in person and appreciate him in person and make him know how much he had impacted my life. Yes, in that I would definitely be Antoine Mensah.
Okay, you're a writer. You write for entertainment blog, popular entertainment blog, Ameyaw Debrah.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing for our veteran artist or actor appeal for fans for the public? Is it a good thing for them to go out there during their old age to appeal for fans
It's
to take care
terrible.
of themselves?
It's terrible. My colleagues at work know my stand on this. It is shameful, it is embarrassing on so many levels. And I feel like I don't blame them, but I blame them. When they are in their high times, their good days, they fail to make investments. They fail to make proper investments that would survive them after their glory days are done. And that's the results of what we are seeing now.
That's true.
But they were still making something. Do you get it? Like that's
But it
my
wasn't enough.
but at that point, no matter how small it is, if you start save, it grows. Even if it is one CD and they were putting it back then, imagine those TT days. And he was saving, let's say, 10 CDs at that time in an investment. So now you think, I mean, they are not the only one. There are other veteran actors and entertainers who are also well to do and they don't ask anybody for money. Do you get it? Those that planned their life are reaping the benefits, and those that didn't plan their life, they are doing what they are doing, and it's like I said, it's shameful. And the rest of it is TT. Man, you should give us a rest. Literally, you should just give us a rest. I'm tired of you.
They're tired of you.
Yeah, it might seem harsh, but that's the truth.
Wow. If you are not doing anything, right? What during your let me put it during your free time, what do you do?
In my free time, I am listening to music. I am dancing. I am not a movies person.
You're a dancer.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm a very good dancer. You
Wow.
know this. I'm a
Wow.
very good dancer. I'm not in a dance group or anything, but I got the moves. Like I got the moves. I'm a dancer. I like having fun. Or I'm watching Korean content. Yeah, I watch Korean series and stuff a lot. I'm even learning Korean a bit. But I'm just a beginner, but I do that a lot during my free time and sometimes read. But to be honest, I don't read much.
What's our music?
Yeah, I listen to music.
Your favorite Ghanaian music?
My favorite Ghanaian music at the moment, I would say, hmm, hmm, um, more money, and enjoyment. Can promise, probably. Yeah, that's what I enjoy. I enjoy that. Generally, my favorite moment in music at the moment is High Adekunle Gold featuring Davido. Me, I just want to be
Why
high.
why don't you support Daniel and you're supporting Nigeria?
It's not about supporting Ghanaian and supporting Nigeria. It's about
Because you have been hearing
enjoying.
support your own,
Mm.
but you do go for foreign countries.
You are supported when you are putting in effort.
But a lot of people put in effort on their
Mm-mm. You know I work in the media, I'm telling you. They'll put out a record and they'll go to sleep. Nigerians will do TikTok, they'll do Instagram Reel, they'll do challenges on social media. They'll pay literally content creators to put their song in their content. They will pay dancers to dance to their song so that they feature them on their Instagram stories, Instagram pages. So the more you listen to these songs, the more it resonates with you and you begin to like it. It's that simple. Ghanaians will record songs and then leave it. They'll just record a song, bring out an album, and that's it. A perfect example right now is Sarkodie. When Sarkodie released this album, everyone was excited, but within a week, the album went mush. Like we don't know the songs in the album anymore because we don't even hear enough of the songs. There's a song in his album that featured Oxlade from Nigeria on Living Thing.
yeah,
Oxlade has taken just his like 20 seconds out of the song and has started a challenge on social media. He has done over 20 TikToks just to his part of the song. Somebody who recorded the song has not even done a single video to that song. And Slade, who was featured, has taken the thing personal and has played the song so much, done so many TikToks on his social media that Nigerians have started listening to the song and the song is getting more streams. So they bring in effort and then they are supported. Ghanaian artists don't bring in effort. Hence, there is nothing for me to hear for me to support you unless you're bringing the music up.
so what should we do so that we'll go ahead of Nigeria?
I just said that they need to put in effort. They are not putting in effort. They think their talent is enough, but in this day and age, talent is not enough. You need PR, you need marketing, you need social media handlers. Ghanaian entertainers do everything by themselves. They are their own PRO,
They
their
don't
own
invest.
publicists. They don't invest in their craft. They don't get in touch with practitioners who have links to the right places to get them the right things. Nigerian artists have a whole team. If you invite one Nigerian artist to a music, AmeyawTv, when we invite Ghanaian singers to come, they come just one of them, then they are in.